Hey True Schools, it's Brent here with another tutorial on time. In this tutorial we're going to be looking at getting our hour hand functioning, which will be pretty cool, and we might even look at getting down some AM and PM notation, but we might save that for the next video. Let's see how we go. So you remember in the last video that we got our minute hand working, so let's just speed up our clock here and you'll see our seconds chugging away here, which is pretty cool. Now I'm just going to increase my minutes and I'm just going to drag my minutes up there. And you actually see the hour hand is actually moving anyway, which is pretty neat. So you can see I just sped up my clock. My minutes are just pointing 27 minutes here. And just to make that pretty clear, let's get up my other clock face again. So you can see there's my minutes. We're nearly at 30 minutes. That's the same as the 6 on the hour hand there. So it's going around, and our hour hand is halfway between 0 and 5, or actually 12 and 1, because remember these numbers here on the inside represent our hours. So that's what we're going to be moving or updating today. And you can see if I update my minutes all the way up there, we'll get to 60 and we've got a problem. It's doing what we did with the seconds, it's counting up. So we need to sort that out. Okay, so let's actually do that and jump back into our minute hand. So in this block here, we said when I receive a minute, we need to change the clock minutes by 1. Then we need to get a control statement again. So we need to say if, get that if block from here, if, get that greater than 1. Remember that arrow pointing right. If, head to data, if our clock minutes are greater than 59, then we need to set our minutes back to 0. Okay, we need to set our clock minutes back to 0. And hopefully you might have guessed what we also need to do is we need to broadcast a new message. And that message is going to be add an hour. Okay, so we're going to add an hour now. We're going to head over to our hour hand, and when when I receive add hour, okay, I am going to change my clock hours by 1. Okay, so let's just test that one out. Okay, so let's just speed this up. We're going to get our minutes sped up. So our minutes are 57 here. Hopefully getting familiar with starting to read this time. So we're 2 minutes to the next hour. We're 1 minute to the next hour, and it is currently, boom, 1 o'clock. There we go, we know that is 1 o'clock. Our minute hand is pointing up there. Now it's 1 minute past 1 o'clock, which is quite cool. Alright, but we're going to run into the same problem if we bump up our hours here, and we pop our hours at 11, and we bump our minutes. Let's bump our minutes all the way up at 11:57. So we're actually getting very, very close to midday now, which is good, and then it's going to tick over, and then it hits 12. So that's good, that's doing what it should probably be doing. Okay, and if we speed up our minutes again and we make that to, sorry, might be getting a bit confused here. So we're at 12:58 now. Let's just see what's going to happen. And 13. Now this would be okay for 24-hour time, but we're not creating a 24-hour clock. We're actually wanting this value to reset back to 12. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that same thing with those if statements. So we can go if our I'm going to put an equal sign this time. So if our clock hours are equal to 13, we actually want to set our clock hours to 1. Okay, we want to set that to 1. Alright, and actually while we're here, we're going to set our clock hours to 12 from the start rather than 0, because that might be a bit confusing. I know that's what we had up there, but we're going to do that. So let's actually shut that, kill it, and let's resume that. So we're at 12 o'clock, we're at midday, that's perfect, and now we are at 1 minute past 12. If we bump up our clock minutes, and we'll put that all the way over to 54 there, so this is going to have to go around another 4 times, 55 minutes, 56 minutes, our seconds ticking away really, really quickly here, 57 minutes, 58 minutes, there you go, 59, and hopefully this will just tick over to 1 to do exactly what we need to do. 1 o'clock now, so that's perfect, and it is indeed 1 o'clock. That's going to do us for this tutorial, I reckon. We just got our hour hand working, so now we've got a fully functional clock. In the next tutorial, we're going to add some AM and PM notation for the level 4s, and we might even get into putting in a background in a future tutorial for those people who are just zooming through this. Until then,